No, it's okay. If
We have 1 minute. I hope everyone is doing okay.
turn your phones off
Yep.
or mute them or something.
Yes, please. John, I muted you. So if you let me ask to unmute you. You're on mute. Where'd he go?
No.
Oh, there you are. All right.
Okay, are we ready?
1, 2,
Oh,
3.
we're missing Patrick.
What was that?
We're missing Patrick. There's Patrick.
Yes, we're missing Patrick.
Sorry about that.
So
Wish I could see everybody.
Everybody, maybe why don't we mute ourselves unless we're wanting to chat or raise our hand or speak to an issue.
that sounds good. With just the 5 of us, is that a quorum? I've forgotten the numbers.
It is, Melba.
Okay.
Yeah, 4 would be quorum.
Okay. Then let's call the meeting to our Senior Advisory Commission, February 22nd. By Zoom meeting, it is 1:31 p.m. So welcome to everybody and hope everybody's been well. So we'll start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
Pledge
allegiance
To the flag of the United
States
States
of
of
America,
America,
Okay.
for
and
which
to the republic
for
which
which
it
it
stands,
stands,
one nation,
nation,
under God,
God,
indivisible,
with
liberty,
liberty and
justice
justice
for
for
all.
all.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, so the first thing is approval of our agenda for today. Is
Oh, I'm
there-
sorry, Chair, I think we need to do the roll call. and
Roll
seating
call.
alternates.
I'm sorry. There I go again. I'm moving right along. Okay, Barbara E. Wright. Deborah is here.
here.
Jenny.
Here.
Here. Okay, Karen Adams is excused. I'm here. Patrick Young, I do not see Patrick, so he is out, and Willie is not here. So that, and then we have the alternates of Nona and BJ. So Nona, you will be, Nona will take Willie's place on the board, and BJ will take Karen's place. Okay, good job. All right, so now, if I can keep my finger on the right place, approval of the agenda for today, February 22nd. Do I have a motion to approve today's agenda? Barbara and first, and Nona. Okay, thank you. Agenda approved. The approval of the minutes, if everybody was able to read the minutes from October 26th. Have a motion to approve the minutes for October 26th.
I motion to approve.
No,
Nona.
I second it.
Okay, BJ, thank you. Minutes approved for October 26th. Okay, so public forum. Oral public comments may be provided live during the Senior Advisory Commission meeting by first registering for the Zoom meeting in advance by providing email address not disclosed and a name. The link is on our minutes are on our agenda. So a link will be sent to you to join the meeting in order to give the comment. All registered meeting attendees who wish to speak must click on the raise hand icon when the meeting chair calls for public comments. If participating by calling in, dial 9 to use the raise hand feature. And when you are called upon, hit *6 to unmute your phone. Your phone number will be displayed in the live meeting, and staff will call the speaker to begin. All comments provided shall be limited to 3 minutes or less, as determined by the meeting chair. All members of the public will be limited item and 1 comment for non-agenda items. The online written comment form previously used is no longer available for public comment. I do not see, John, do we have any?
Chair, at this time, there are no community members willing to or wanting to speak in the public forum.
All right, thank you. So we'll move on to, is our Chief Hernandez with us?
Actually,
Who's making that noise?
yeah, if everyone could hit their mute button until it might be feedback from you, Nona, possibly.
Yes.
Officer John Torres is here.
Oh, okay.
So let's, David, are you able to promote? Here,
I
might
just
be-
promoted him. It takes a second.
Great, thank you.
He just needs to unmute. Yeah, there you go.
Welcome, John. Torres.
Hi, how are you?
Thank
We're
you.
doing good, thanks.
Let's see, from the police department, the chief was unable to attend, so I'm going to be here on his behalf. I oversee our special operations division, and I'm a captain here at the police department. I've been here for a few years. I think I'm going on like 26, 27 maybe. And I grew up in Milpitas as well, so that's the short of it for me. And thank you for letting me take some time in your important meeting here. Just to let you know that we had Officer Derek Yamamura, who recently, actually, I think today is his last official working day. He retired last week after 26 years of service to the community. And so we had a send off for him last week, and then today is his official last day on the books. We also have some promotions coming up within the department. We'll be promoting one of our captains to assistant chief of police. And then with that, there'll be a trickle down effect to where we'll be promoting a new captain, lieutenant, sergeant, probably within the next few weeks. We anticipate that happening and then that'll kind of stabilize our command staff for a little while. We also currently we have vacancies for police officer positions, communications dispatchers, and I believe we still have some vacancies for crossing guards. And then coming out of COVID, one of the units that I do oversee is our citizen volunteer unit. So we do have volunteer opportunities within the police department. So we're always looking for volunteers for anyone that wants to help out on the volunteer side of the police department. And those positions for the volunteers is basically, it entails, well, just volunteering in however you can, whatever type you can provide to the police department to just kind of get some experience, see what happens behind the scenes, so to speak, and then to help out at any community events. Our volunteers prior to COVID were very, very active. And then with COVID, obviously, like a lot of things, it just kind of went on the back burner. But as we come out of that now and start doing more in-person things, we rely on them a lot, and they do a tremendous job for the police department and for the community. So we really appreciate them. And then again, with coming out of this time right now and still being cautious, we're also looking at ramping up our volunteer opportunities for our teens, which would be our Police Explorer unit too. And I think that is it from the police department.
Oh, thank you. Does anybody have any questions for Mr. Torres? No, I know we appreciate your efforts in keeping our community safe. I know you have been busy, and I do watch the next door information. So thank you for that.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yes. Anybody else?
That's
Yeah.
a great way for us to get information out to the community really quick and
Yeah.
to talk about a lot of the things that are happening, not just the crimes and things like that, kind of the day-to-day stuff, but also the fun stuff, if you will. We recently did a recess with a cop at one of the schools, and that was really well received there. And I think it was really well received by our staff who actually got out there and got to be a kid again for a little while.
Yeah.
I think they all needed a nap or some lunch afterwards because it was kind of warm out there and they were tired, but everybody had a blast out there. So thank you again for letting me jump into your meeting.
Well, thank you for attending. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Captain Torres.
Okay.
I have a
Chair Holiday?
question.
Yeah, BJ had a question.
Oh, okay. BJ?
So when is your next event, like Coffee with the Cops? Are you having another event for the community soon?
We will, as you can imagine, we're trying to make up for lost time. So we have some things that we have to look at to plan. Some of those take a little bit more, take, for example, recess with the cops a little bit easier because we just have to reach out to a school and that's fairly quick. Coffee with the cop, we have to just find the right business that'll partner with us. And that takes a little bit more planning, but we will have some more coming up. And our social media platforms, Facebook, Nextdoor, Twitter and Instagram, that's the best place for anyone that's curious as to when those will come up. We try and promote those out at least, a month out, and then progressively more posts about them as we get closer. But to answer your question, I don't have an exact date for one. I know that we're in the planning stages for a few more as the months come on.
And also I wanted to ask about your cameras. I think you had installed cameras for this special program and you were adding cameras to the streets to check license plates of vehicles.
Yeah, so about a year ago, we started a automated license plate reader program in which we demoed 20 automated license plate readers throughout various locations in the city. After that year was up, we were able to purchase them using grant funds and other funding that was provided to us and approved by the city council. We recently added to that lot of cameras, another 15 cameras. So we have a total of 35 in the city. And what those cameras do is they capture license plates and run those license plates against a statewide database in which we're able to find out if the license plate is associated to a stolen license plate that's been reported to a police department, what we call a felony vehicle, so any vehicle that's wanted in a crime, and then a stolen vehicle as well. So those are the three criteria. And then also it has a connection to the missing persons nationwide database as well, I believe it is. And so then we'll get alerts on that. And then what happens is once we get those alerts, those register in the cars. All of our officers have access to that, and our dispatchers as well. So then they provide that information to the officers, and then the officers go to particular areas in the city looking for those cars, and then take the necessary enforcement action or just the recovery of the car if there's no one around.
Good program. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, no problem. It's been very beneficial. It has also helped us not only on the criminal side, but it does lend another investigative lead for us when we're investigating other things like missing persons and stuff, because it allows us to kind of check to see if a missing person's car was seen through that area, so we can kind of figure out a direction of travel for them, and it helps speed up our investigative process as well.
Good. Councilman Chua, you have a question?
Thank you, Chair. Hello, Captain Torres.
Hello.
Great to see you. I just have one quick question. What about the etching on the catalytic converters? Because I heard it's very successful. I have a few residents asking when you're going to do that again.
That's also something else that's on our, unfortunately, our investigations bureau that oversaw the last two events has been just very busy with, as you've seen, some of our higher profile incidents, which typically require the whole team to get in there. But it is on our radar to start doing a couple more. And what our goal was to try and find, Toyota and Honda have always been very grateful, and they're very gracious hosts for us. But we also wanted to see if we can reach out to some of the local businesses as well to see if they'd be willing to. So I know a couple of our detectives have reached out and they've made some connections with some businesses. It's just a matter of trying to find some time for us to sit down and work out those fine details as far as like the dates things, but it is something that we do want to do because it was well received by the public, and I think it is helpful for those types of investigations to have that information etched onto your catalytic converter. Because that trend throughout the Bay Area has not died off, but we're trying to make a dent in it any way we can, and we hope that is one of the ways that we can do it.
Right, yeah, that was successful. Actually, one of the council members from Cupertino asked me about it, and I referred it to the chief because it sounds like they needed it too. So, okay, so we'll be looking forward for that event. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for the reminder though, too, because that'll move it up a little bit on my list to check,
okay, great.
with them afterwards to see where we're at. So thank you.
Thank you, Captain Torres. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Anybody else have questions? I'll try to check the whole screen here this time. Sorry, BJ. Okay, so we're on to new business and elections. Anne Marie or John, which one would like to pursue that?
Sure. Chair Holliday, I'll go ahead and take that if that's okay, Anne Marie. Just recently did it for our Library Commission. Each year we do nominations for chair and vice chair at the first meeting of the new year. If you recall, we were adjourned in December, so this is our first meeting in 4 months. So I would like to, we'll start with the chair. So at this point, ask for any nominations for chair, and possibly you could raise your hand if you would like to nominate. I see Nona.
Yeah, I would like to nominate Deborah Langley for chair for the committee.
Okay. And Deborah, do you accept the initial nomination as chair?
Oh, boy. Okay. But I would like to nominate someone.
Sure. Go ahead.
I'd like to nominate Melba.
Okay. And Melba, at this point, would you accept the nomination before we do voting for the position of chair?
Unmute.
You're on mute. Oh, Melba, you're on mute.
Oh, sorry.
There you go.
So at this point, I think I need to decline as family issues are taking a lot of my time. So I thank you, but I'm going to decline. Thank you.
Thank you, Melba. Melba, thank you ahead of time. Thank you for your 2+ years service as chair. You've done a great job.
Thank you.
All right, commissioners, any other nominations for the position of chair? Anne Marie, make sure I'm not missing anyone.
Yeah.
Nope, you're doing fine.
Nope. How about Jenny? How about Barbara? How about anybody? No. No.
There's got.
Okay. Melba, Melba, do you want to offer a nomination or?
Yes, I'll nominate Jenny.
Okay.
So we have some competition here.
Jenny, would you, before we do voting, would you accept the nomination for the position of chair? And you're on mute.
Okay. Sure.
We have two officially semi-reluctant. I know. Yeah, let's do a vote, and I know either of you will do a great job. So, why don't we do this? It's a little awkward virtually, but if it's okay, we'll just go down the list, and if you could offer the name as far as your endorsement for the position of chair. Melba, start with you.
Oh, that's hard.
Wait, so you're going to ask each person who
I
they
am.
want?
I am.
As that's how you're doing it? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
as far as virtually. I think I
Understood.
apologize for any discomfort with that.
Yeah, it
Can
was
we-
very
if
just.
we
yeah.
could have a joint, if we could have a joint one, I would.
Is there a way to send a private chat to you, John? Wouldn't it be less awkward?
Well, I think it's everyone can see the chat, right? I think
Oh.
we're, if I can
Oh,
just offer, I think we're in agreement that either one of you would be wonderful, and if we could split the position and have a co-chair, we would do that. But why don't we, if we could, and I apologize for the discomfort, but if we could just go down the list and maybe it's that first name that pops into your head. Melba, can I start with you?
Yes, I'll nominate Jenny.
Okay. Barbara Ebright?
There you go.
Okay. Nona?
No, you.
Deborah,
Okay. BJ?
Oh, my goodness. I'm going to say Deborah.
Okay. Okay, so
This is,
Deborah?
I don't like this.
So
I don't,
nominate who you want. Come on.
no, I was going to nominate Jenny.
Okay.
Here you go.
Jenny?
I'm gonna nominate Deborah.
I think we're at a stalemate here.
No, Barbara hasn't voted yet.
Where's Barbara? Is she there?
Barbara hasn't
No,
voted yet.
I already
Barbara
voted.
voted.
I have
I voted for Jenny.
three votes for Jenny and 3 votes for Deborah.
Uh-oh, so who breaks the tie?
There's
Anne
6
Marie or
people.
John?
2, 3, 4, 5.
So let Jenny be the chair and I'll stay the vice chair.
I'll vote for that
Just let Jenny be the chair and I'll stay the vice chair.
because that's what I was
This is
gonna
very,
do.
this is very
Okay,
uncomfortable.
let's.
It really is very uncomfortable.
Okay,
I don't like it.
It sounds like Deborah is withdrawing her nomination.
That's
for
correct.
for
she
chair.
is.
All
And
right,
then
so
I'm going to nominate her for vice chair.
okay, we'll get to that next. So Jenny, you're the vote has swung in your favor. And congratulations, you're the chair for the upcoming year. So congratulations, Jenny.
Okay, so how many extra hours would that incur?
Oh, many. Yeah. And Melba, in a moment, you can pass the virtual gavel over to Jenny. But let's do the confirm the nomination for vice chair. At this point, it sounds like I have a nomination for Deborah.
Yes.
Currently, are there any other nominations for the position of vice chair?
No,
I don't see any. So, Deborah, it sounds like you've accepted the nomination and willingness to stay as vice chair. So that's unanimous. So thank you very much. And thank you to Jenny, congratulations, and Deborah also for your continued service. Thank you.
and Jenny, I pass the gavel to you.
Melba, great job. You took over at the passing of our Denny Weisgerber for over 2 years. So thank you.
Yeah.
Good
So-
job, Melba.
Thank you.
Good job, Melba.
So
Yes,
Jenny,
yes, yes.
I now pass it to you and you may finish the agenda.
Huh?
Yeah.
What do I do?
So Jenny, we'll walk you
We
through
will
this.
guide you.
Yeah, we'll meet up before the next meeting. But if you wouldn't mind reading the next item number 2, and under the recommendation, staff can help guide that discussion. But if you wouldn't mind reading the background and the recommendation.
Is it on screen?
No, you're supposed
No,
to have
just
the
you.
agenda up in your own way. You want me to help you?
I am new.
David or
Plan task, delegate. You're the chair, delegate. I'll read it.
Delegate. Delegate back to Melba.
All right, Melba, if you wouldn't mind reading that for us as your last
All right.
effort here. Thank you.
Okay, so the work plan tasks. Senior Advisory Commission has identified 5 target areas of focus related to their work plan. These target areas provide support and advocacy to programs, activities, and events that align most positively to the Milpitas senior community's needs during Senior Advisory Commission meetings. Commissioners regularly assess what areas related to the work plan should be prioritized at that time and plan accordingly. So I think was it Anne Marie or John, you're going to go over the work plan?
Sure. Yeah, I'll start. And Anne Marie, you could go into more of the details. But since we last met 4 months ago, lots happened as far as our reopening and then closing for a portion of time and now being open again. But we thought it was important to revisit our work plan. That's the commission's charge, is to work through the items of the work plan and be able to speak to that in regard to the city council. A couple items are coming up quickly that we want to go into more detail, namely the open house resource fair that we typically have in May. We have a modification to that we'd like to talk about. Our continued work with the Technology for Seniors program. We've certainly found that technology is critical in helping us bridge not only seniors who are dealing with social isolation, but just staying connected. So that's been very successful the last year and a half, and we want to ask for the commission's continued support to get the word out and to help us drive that program. And then lastly, senior center events. Anne Marie will lead that discussion. I believe when she sent out the agenda and minutes last Friday, part of your homework was to come up with some potential ideas in regard to senior center events in the future. So we look forward to having a discussion on that towards the tail end of this. So Anne Marie, did you want to go into more detail?
Sure. So the first one that we wanted to talk about, I'll just reiterate again, is the open house resource fair type of event. We actually have a scheduled date, and it will be on May 7th, which is a Saturday. We are actually looking to revamp the type of event. We will still have resources available, but we wanted to make it a little bit more fun. So what we're planning on doing, or staff has planned, is that sometime in August, we're actually hosting something new also. It's going to be kind of like a summer camp for seniors. It might be called Camp Wrinkle, or it might be called Camp Grounded. But to showcase it, we actually were thinking, why don't we do that in May? So we would still have some of the local agencies come out to provide resources like Rebuilding Together, some of the other nonprofits that I can't think of right now, but we would ask them to come out. But I wanted to actually show off some of the things that we would be doing during the summer camp. So we would have maybe a mental health presentation. We would do a arts and crafts class, and also do an exercise class or two while we're actually doing the open house / camp showcase. And so we were thinking that we could have you be a part of that by having some roles in that. And if you have maybe some ideas, or if you have any hidden talents, maybe you could host a show, a class or something, but that is the goal. And then for the summer camp that we're doing, if you were to register for it, you would actually get like a t-shirt, you would get lunch. At the end of the whole week, we would actually throw a classic movie, Under the Stars, and you would get to have your own spot. You wouldn't have to, it would be included with the whole thing. So that's what we want to show off on May 7th. And then the second area that we were looking to actually work on is the Technology for Seniors program. As you know, we have the Chromebook Loaner Program, and we actually gave out maybe about close to 30 devices. We still have more. So if you can actually share and network and let your friends know that we do have this program, it's a free program, but they do have to qualify for it. So if you could just go out there and promote it. Nona has done a great job at that. So thank you, Nona. Practically half of the participants now are from Nona. So thank you so much. So I'm asking for you to actually provide your support and just let everybody know about this program, because we do have the Chromebooks available. And we're actually looking to enlist a contractor to continue more in-depth technology training. And on top of that, we're looking for interns to help with that program so that we could have more hands on that. The third area that we're looking at is the continued support for our senior center events. So in June, we normally have our summer annual barbecue. So we are actually looking to do that on June 11th, which is also another Saturday. I wanted it to be kind of a Western theme, and it would be great for your guys' support and help on that. And I'm actually thinking about maybe getting a square dance instructor or maybe a country singer to come out and entertain. So there will be a cost for that too, but it's going to be a little bit bigger, and it would be great if you guys could help with that and to continue with promoting our events. But as you know, I sent out a little bit of homework last week, and I was wondering, because I want to add more things and get your input on some ideas. And so maybe we could take some notes and maybe go over a few of your ideas, and we'll list them, and then we could go into discussion about them in our next meeting. I do want to let you know that BJ sent over a few of her ideas, which I like, and I've actually done a few of them. So she sent over maybe about 7 ideas for day trips. So she wants to do a senior day at the San Jose Giants. I think that would be great. I didn't think about this. This is a really good one too, BJ. Fishing day at Sandy Wool Lake. I didn't know you could go fishing at Sandy Wool. So that would be a good one. Senior day at Golfland. Maybe go and see the tulips at the Bulb Guys. Maybe do the San Jose Museum of Art, the Museum of Quilts and Textiles. And then of course I have this on for summer, Big Dog Vineyards. We're doing that again. So that is going to happen. She also said we should bring back the bingo nights or bingo marathons. So we could do that. And then of course, maybe we should advertise the community band's next concert. There are seniors in the band, so we should support that too. And then of course, bringing back the hiking and walking group, and the book club is back. So that is on the list also. But the new thing that I wanted to add to the book club, because BJ had mentioned it, is refreshments. We never have refreshments, so maybe we should add that in. But if we could go down the list, and maybe if all of you can give me your ideas, and John and I can take notes, and then we could discuss it further at our next meeting in April. Thank you. Let's go with Melba. You're first on my list.
I was trying to get more connection with the students, the high school students.
Okay.
And I keep running into little roadblocks, but I'm not giving up yet. So hopefully that can be promoted more.
Okay. Let's go with Deborah.
Oh, I got lost in here. You're asking for ideas, recommendations. Yeah. And mine was the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we talked about possibly doing something in the parking lot. And with the Western theme is great. I like that one.
Oh, maybe we could do something with that.
Yeah, some sort of something.
Barbara Ebright.
Well, I like the walking program we used to have. We walked 2 times a week. I would like to see
Oh.
that again.
Okay, the walk with ease. And BJ? Oh, I have all of yours.
Well, I wanted to find out if there was anything that we could do with our grandchildren. That we could have some kind of a party, seniors and grandkids or something. I don't know.
September is Grandparents' Day, so I normally do like an intergenerational event. So yes.
Okay, cool.
We could do more though. Thank you. And Jenny?
So you just mentioned that will be September for the intergeneration.
But we could do it anytime. We could do other things there. We've been trying to think of other ideas to do with high school kids or just making it intergenerational.
Well, I was going to talk about it at the age-friendly stuff, but there's something about the music therapy. If we could, I think Diana Miller can get us connected. I talked to one other person, Michelle. Maybe they can help get that. Also, there's something called Healthy Brain Initiative. I'm not sure the Senior Center already have that. Healthy Brain, that is, there was 6 items. It's about like diet, sleep, exercise, learn something new. So we could, I mean, to prevent the dementia, that's one of the key thing is to learn something new.
Yes.
So if we can have something new, like I like the making that facial scrub.
Sure.
Something like that, because I haven't seen it put through yet since the open house, right? I'm waiting for the recipe.
Okay. I could give you that recipe. I'll send it to you offline.
All right. Yeah, I think something like that would be fun, and it's useful. And I'm sure senior like to do something about the scrub and stuff.
Okay. And then Nona?
Yes. I'd like to echo Barbara. You're right about the walking. That's recommended. And also, maybe we should have like a tea party, something like that. That's something to be socializing, something like that. And let's see, what did Jenny said about the last one?
The Brain Health Initiative. Healthy Brain Initiative.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healthy Brain.
Oh, what's that the one? Yeah, I think something with dancing. I've been to the senior center a couple of times, and I've seen a lot of them that's excited to be going back to dancing. And I did the social dancing one time. It was so fun.
Okay.
And I think that's it for now. Right?
Did I get everyone?
I think so, Anne Marie. I noticed that BJ added senior talent show. I know we've done that in the past. Maybe we could bring that back. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could bring that back.
And also, Emery, can you remind us on the May 7th on the showcase, what time frame are we tentatively looking at?
Let me check my calendar. May 7th, I have 10 to 1. Yes, I have 10 to 1.
Okay. And I think in conclusion of this, I think, Jenny, what you'll do is I think it's appropriate to ask for a motion to gain support from the commission as a whole in their contributions and their participation, not only in the camp showcase, but the June 11th barbecue. And also the technology for seniors. If for some reason you can't make the event in person, that you would work with staff to assist kind of behind the scenes. But we've definitely seen when we all work in unison that that we have really wonderful events. And Councilmember Chu, I think I think it would be befitting to have T-shirts made. I think for special for maybe our camp showcase. Maybe Emery, what do you think about CITs? Maybe commissioners in training camp CITs, or
that would be very good.
and certainly something for the Western theme on June 11th.
Okay.
But Chair, I have a couple of additions, if you will.
Yeah.
On the maze, through the chair to Anne-Marie, on the open house resource fair, why don't we invite because by that time, I don't know it's going to be up and running, but the Milpitas shuttle program.
Oh,
that'd be good.
Okay.
The shuttle program would be good. Even if they just have a table there, it might not be ready, but at least everybody will know that there will be a shuttle program in Milpitas. And that's one. Another one for the resource fair is the Environmental and Energy Commission. We're going to start a program on energy power strip, how to reduce electricity by reducing or eliminating vampire load. We'll explain that. That's another way to reduce electric use. That's gonna be Energy and Sustainability Commission. And also I was thinking a table for ADU corner, anything related to ADU that might be helpful for the seniors as well, because that's a project of the planning department. That would be a good feature as well. And another one, an event maybe, it's the garden club, the Green Thumb Garden Club of Milpitas. They do a tour of local houses, and we did that a couple years ago before the pandemic. Maybe we can join them as a commission, because you will see there's beautiful gardens in Milpitas, home gardens, backyard and front yard. I was like, when I joined the tour, because I'm a member of the club, and when I joined the tour, I was like amazed, like, oh, this is in Milpitas. So maybe we can do a tour on that one. And the contact will be, I'll give you the contact, Anne-Marie.
Yes, please. Thank you. Those actually are great.
And another one, last one, the Western, I like that dancing. Filipinos love to dance, I think. So we can reach out to the local group, and they can probably do practice. They do it for free, for fun, for the community.
Okay.
And we could probably they can do, maybe I can join them as well, do the country club, country Western dance. That's it. That's it for now. That's a lot. Exciting. You guys have great ideas. Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we just need to probably get a motion, right, John?
Captain.
Oh, John, you're on mute.
Captain Torres has a question.
Oh, yes, Captain
Sorry.
Torres.
Don't know if I'm supposed to chime in, but if you're looking for ideas with events, if you can send us an invite for the May 7th event,
okay,
I'd be more than happy to have a couple of our people out there to do whatever we need to do, whether we put some crime prevention tips out for seniors or just basically to mingle and just to hang out and talk. That's one of the things on our to-do list, was to start. We reach the population of students and little kids and adults, but we can't forget about our senior community too. So we want to make sure that we reach out to them as well. And then my only other idea, and I promise I won't take up any more of your time, is maybe that the PD might be willing to co-sponsor something with the senior center and just do something like Cops and Seniors, where it's just strictly for seniors at their home base there at the senior center. And again, more along the lines of nothing, kind of like a coffee with a cop type of thing, but strictly for seniors. And again, almost like a mixer, nothing really scripted or planned, but just more to get out and talk. And that's it, really, just talk and mingle and just to hang out and see what's going on and, what people's needs might be, or if they just want to talk about sports, weather, whatever it may be. I think that might be a good opportunity for all of us to kind of just to meet up and just to see how things are going.
Thank you. That's amazing.
Captain Torres, thank you for staying the duration of our meeting. You were able to add.
Oh, no problem.
Great value and great ideas. We appreciate that.
I actually found it it's very interesting just to see the different meetings and to see the different segments of the community that we have out here that, everybody's doing, such hard work to reach them and make sure they're included. I think that's one of the great things that we have going for us right now. So
thank you
again for letting me hang out. And now I actually do have to go.
You're welcome back anytime.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Captain Torres. Thank you.
And David or Matthias and IS, do you mind sharing the agenda to help guide Chair Barry Hill through the duration? Before we do, though, Jenny, I think it would be appropriate to have a motion as far as just getting consensus from the commission as far as their participation in all these events and programs as they relate to our work plan. Just kind of a commitment. So if you wouldn't mind offering a motion and a second for that.
Okay. So let's see. I'd like to motion the Senior Advisory Commissioner to be able to participate and promote the open house resource fair and camp showcase on June 11th. Right. Okay.
Is there a motion for that?
Yes. This is to motion for the Senior Advisory Commissioner will participate and promote and assist during the event.
I will a motion to accept the recommendations for the work plan.
Okay, Commissioner Melba.
Yes.
Okay, so is that sufficient?
We need.
Do we need more?
We need a second.
We need a second.
So I'd like to second it, but I need to know the times of the June 11th event. We have not heard that yet.
The June 11th event will probably be it's during lunch, so probably 11 to 2.
Okay, I'd like to second the motion that the Senior Advisory Commissioners participate in both events, May 7th, June 11th, and promote the other events that are being planned for this work year.
Yeah. Note that both of them are a Saturday event, May 7th and June 11th. Okay. So we have a first as Melba, and then BJ second. Do we need to vote?
So then you go on to the next ongoing business.
I think they're
okay. Ongoing business. Okay. Next is the financial report.
Thank you, Chair. This is an easy one. We haven't budged in a few months, so we're holding steady. Our holding account budget is $7,894.09. So it's pretty healthy. Maybe in subsequent in future agendas, future meetings, we can start to discuss how we might want to use that funding to drive particular programs or different projects.
Okay, so then we move on to the next item, staff. City staff liaison report. Anne Marie,
Sure.
please.
So what I have to report, so as you know, we haven't met for the past 4 months. We were closed for the first part of the new year, but we reopened the senior center last week. So we're open Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 4:30. So don't forget, if you want to come by and visit. The senior nutrition lunch program, it's going very well. We've been serving on average daily 126 meals a day. For the remainder of February, we're still doing to go, but starting on March 1st, we're going to bring back the hybrid service where you could choose to either pick up your meal to go or you could dine in. If you will be dining in, you do need to make a reservation just like normal by noon the day before, but you would need to check in for your sit-down meal at between 11 a.m. and 11:45. Also a new thing that, or not new, but we're bringing it back. It's a little different. The Aarp Taxes, it is started. It has started, it just started today. So if you know anyone or would like to get your taxes done through Aarp volunteers, they are here every Tuesday and Friday. You would have to make an appointment. Appointments are from 9 to 11 a.m. So definitely call the front desk at 408-586-3400 and let them know that you want to schedule an appointment to have your taxes done. We started our classes once again, so we have more people in our buildings. So we have oil painting, Chinese brush painting, line dance, Zumba, and some of our drop-in classes are actually started too. So we are starting to see a lot more participants in the building. Also, I wanted to announce that I know that I mentioned it before. We do have this new program called Food Gone Wild Wednesdays. It's where I will meet a group of foodies if you're interested in trying out new foods. The first one is actually set for March 16th. So if you'd like to go, please register. We're going to Pepper Lunch. In April, we're going to visit the best sandwiches. And in May, I believe we're going to Sendai Sushi. So we'll just have a conversation and have lunch, and we could talk about the different types of foods that we're eating. And then also starting in April, our classic movies under the stars is back. So if you attended that last summer, we're bringing it back, and we're starting it on April 8th with The Odd Couple. And then from there, we're going to show The Breakfast Club, Ocean's 11, which is the original one from 1960. And then all the way through August, we're going to end with Some Like It Hot. And then upcoming is a hearing screening event. It's by appointment only. So if you wanted to sign up for that, that will be on April 6th between 9 and 12 p.m. So if you wanted to come and get your hearing tested, you can. And then in May, it's actually Older Americans Month. And in April, I'll go over in greater detail what we will be doing. But I wanted to let you know that the theme for this year is actually Age My Way. So it's where we want to know how you or seniors, older adults are aging at home, and see what they're doing to give back to the community, how they're staying healthy, things like that. So I wanted to actually make like a storybook or put it on social media of stories of seniors that are actually doing things out there in the community and telling us how they're going to be, how they're aging gracefully and well. So that I will give you more details for that at our next meeting, but that is all I have for the staff report. Thank you.
Okay, coming up next, it's the City Council report. Councilman Chua.
Oh, thank you, Chair. And first of all, I want to thank former Chair Melba for the service. Awesome job. And also Vice Chair Deborah for willingly staying on for the next year. Thank you so much. And thank you for the great work. I've enjoyed the last year so much that I'm looking forward with all these events that we're having soon. So, oh, with the council, I'm going to be brief. It's been 4 months we haven't met, so I hope you at least came to the Holiday Magic on Main Street and saw that one. That was good work from the Recreation Department. And also we're working on the budget, the initial work on the budget. And on the ARPA fund, we're starting to give $5,000. I mean, the application for the grant for $5,000 is ongoing. The application ends on March 1st. And we're also looking, maybe you guys are interested, we're looking into having pickleball courts in the city. So that's another one. It's going to be over at Peter Gill. For now, it's a pilot project. So that's coming up soon. And the gift, remember I said there's going to be a gift of a sweatshirt with the commission name and your name? Well, staff told me that they're looking to other gifts that might be more exciting. So I said, okay, you guys decide whatever the gift is, but we're waiting. So that's coming up. They're working on it real soon. So I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be a sweatshirt because they said they have other options. So they wanted to meet with me and said, can you pick the ones that you like on the other option? I said, no, you guys decide. So I want to be surprised myself. So that's it. And thank you so much. Looking forward for another year of wonderful activities and fun with you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Chua.
Thank you. Okay, next, I guess it's my turn. It's about the age-friendly age-friendly initiatives. So there was a lot of activity going on with the Dementia Friend side. I had meeting with Diane Miller, and then there's also event with from other city that talk about what they have done. So one thing I want to mention is the Sunnyvale. It's having an event where it's free. We lost track. Okay, it's called the Sunnyvale City Center. They partner with the Music Men's Minds. They have a grant and it's free starting February 25th on the 2nd and the 4th Friday. Basically, they have these use music to help dementia patients, caregivers. And so they have a grant where they can hire someone to facilitate the drum circles, play other music. So also there's the Healthy Brain Initiative that use 6 different factors to help dementia patients as well as the caregiver. And I have the 800 number. It's a 24/7 helpline from the Alzheimer organization. It's the 1-800-272-3900. This is a support group for family members and caregivers for dementia patients. Yeah. I've been talking to Diana regarding our age-friendly dementia initiative that Council Chua, you have mentioned that we want to have an event in the spring or summer. So we're looking for music therapy. So something that I think the Sunnyvale had started, and so I'm still discussing with Diana to see what we can come up with. Yeah. So the question is for Councilman Chua. Do you have a date or a certain time that you have in mind, and how long do we need this event?
I think it's really up to John and Anne Marie. I think it's in the list, right? It's on the list of things to do. It's just them having the staff to do it. It's also in line with the other event, right? It's on my list. John knows. So coordinate with please with John and Anne Marie.
Okay.
It's on the list already.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
And Chair, did you want to reference who Diana Miller is and her relationship to Dementia Friends in the county?
Yes, that's for the Dementia Friend caregiving strategies that the Santa Clara County has the initiative.
Right, I believe she leads the seniors agenda, right? So
Yes.
she's well connected to all those different projects and programs.
We could also have one of the members come and talk to us in our next meeting to give us a better idea of what they can bring in.
That leads right, Chair. I think that leads right into future agenda items if we want to consider that.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
Now Charu is now working part-time, correct? And senior were asking me if we're gonna have an in-house social worker at the center.
It's a question for John or Anne Mary.
We have one, don't we?
We do.
We have one.
Charu is actually working part-time, but they're looking to hire the position full-time as she transitions out. So to answer your question, Nona, yes, I think that person right now is slated to be have her office here in our senior center, be available to our seniors, but then also do more broadly ranged activities and program support for the city.
Okay. And when is that gonna be?
I believe the recruitment is, I think they've already put that out. So it's probably in process right now as far as candidates, applying and vetting that out through the interview process.
Okay.
I would guess in the next month or two.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so next is the future agenda items.
Yeah, Chair, if I could suggest, we'll go ahead and we'll compile, Anne Marie and I will compile that the senior center events ideas, and just wonderful ideas. Thank you all for get an A+ in your homework. But just, yeah, it really helps us, as far as just a different perspective and different viewpoint, a lot of great ideas. So thank you. I would suggest, since our camp showcase is in May, that we really drill down on the particulars as far as how the commission can help for that event, especially since it'll be a week or two after our next meeting. So I think at that point, staff will be prepared as far as tasks and responsibilities for commissioners. And then if we wanted to consider maybe having someone come and speak regarding dementia and Dementia Friends, just because that is part of the age-friendly initiative. And we haven't really visited that for a couple of years. So I think that's a great suggestion. And if anyone else has anything.
Yeah, John, I think we had talked about doing some kind of a survey with the seniors. And so if we're going to have an event in May and one in June, we might want to focus on maybe moving forward with that at one of those events, because we have a captive audience.
Certainly, and that's a great suggestion. And Anne Marie actually has an intern from San Jose State, who I think that's one of her projects. Is that correct, Anne Marie? Is helping us put together that survey?
Okay.
Sorry, she is. Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, she has been tasked to come up with a few more questions. So she is getting that to me probably tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah, so we'll certainly have that available at the event. Thank you,
If you would like for me to review it or assist with it, I'm more than happy to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, so If nothing else, this is time to adjourn, and we're setting the next Senior Advisory Commission meeting, Tuesday, April 26th at 1:30 p.m. Oh, I'm sorry, Deborah, you raised your hand.
Yes, before we adjourn, I'd like to wish Barbara Ebright a birthday. Happy birthday this Saturday.
Yes.
Yes, happy birthday,
Happy
Barbara.
birthday, Barbara.
Happy
Yes, I
birthday,
don't know if
Barbara.
she can hear or not, but, and so will our next meeting be in person?
That's the hope. So,
Okay.
Wait
fingers
a
crossed.
minute. I read online that all commissioner meetings will be in person from now on.
Starting in,
I thought it was April.
yeah.
So April 26th, right?
All right.
All right.
And
Have
we're
the
gonna
room
have some
ready for you.
snacks,
I
right?
like that.
And everybody wear your blue shirt.
Yes.
Yes,
Hey.
Yes.
yes.
Okay.
Let's
Where
do
do we
that.
meet? I've never been to a live meeting. Where do we meet?
The
We meet-
live meeting will
Same
be
room.
here at the senior center in room 140-41.
Okay.
Okay, so then we will see everybody April 26th, 1:30
everybody.
p.m.
Great
Hey.
seeing you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, everyone. Have a good
Bye-bye.
day.
Do we adjourn or no?
Yep.
I think
Yeah.
Jenny
Bye-bye.
adjourned it.
Yep.
All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.